Sarah Bronson. I'm a One Brain facilitator and a life coach. And I'm here to do a little introduction with you about the work that I do. I primarily do work with One Brain, 3-in-1 concepts, and I blend my coaching skills into that process. My company is called The Happiness Connection. I've had people ask me, why happiness? And I believe that's a profound question, and I hope that this is a profound answer for you. Happiness is something that we desire, and connection is at the root of that. And so when I can connect to my happiness, now I have the ability to have connection with all of life. And so I'm thrilled that you're here with me today, and I'm happy that we have connected, and hope you enjoy this introduction of the work, so that as we participate together in various ways, you have a deeper understanding of what we're doing. We're here today to talk about muscle testing. Many of you may have heard about muscle testing. Many of you know about muscle testing. There's a great YouTube video that you might watch with Dr. Wayne Dyer called A Little Experiment. And it shows the power of muscle testing with our thoughts, and how our thoughts and our feelings get connected. That's what this work is about, One Brain. It supports us to connect to where the thoughts and feelings got connected, and we do that through muscle testing. Hands-on muscle testing. I typically test the anterior deltoid muscle of the body, so I turn it off and turn it on. And I'm testing the right side of the body, because the right side of the body is testing the left brain, and the left side of the body is testing the right brain. So we want to make sure we are working with the whole brain, hence it's called One Brain. How do we do that, and how do we support connecting to that? Well, one of the ways is, as we go through the process, I'll have you put your hands on your head, not just any place, but in a particular location. I'll have you put one hand on the middle of your forehead, and the other hand I'll have you put on the middle of the back of your head. Now, why would we put a hand on the middle of the forehead? Well, many of us know that's the frontal lobe of the body. That's where new thought, new idea, new possibility emanates. So what we want to do is we want to bring blood flow to these particular areas, because we know that physiological, the way the body works is, when we're under stress, we send about 80% of the blood flow to the lower extremities, fight or flight. So we want to bring that blood flow up to the brain in particular locations. The frontal lobe and the middle of the back of the head. And I say middle. What's at the middle of the back of the head? That's the occipital lobe. And the occipital lobe is connected to the eyes. I used to think that was so unusual. This made logical sense on the forehead, but the occipital lobe, why connection to the eyes? Let's just imagine this. We say our eyes are much like a mirror or a camera lens that they reflect back. So just imagine right now that I have a camera in my hand, and the camera lens is noticing what's on the ground just moving across. What is it? A snake. What would the camera lens do? Reflect it back. Now, I can assure you that if my eyes, which we say is like a camera lens, pick that image up, I would quickly respond and then think about, what do I do? See, our lens, our eyes, are connected to our past experiences. And so every waking moment our eyes are judging and assessing the situation, the people, the circumstances, what is appearing before us, we can take out not only in front but peripheral vision. Our eyes are here to connect to past experiences to keep us safe. And so we have those automatic responses. And we wonder, why did I just do that thing? I know better. It could be that our whole self has gotten connected to the feeling thought mechanism when we were younger and something occurred or we saw it demonstrated to us back again and again by those around us. And so we said, oh, that's the way to respond. So what we want to do in this process is bring blood flow to the brain to allow the brain to then connect to the neural pathways that have gotten connected. And as we do that, what will occur is you will disconnect. From what? From the connection that your self says got connected that is no longer supporting you, which is having you experience stress and unable to respond differently. And as you connect to those pathways, you can disconnect from them. And as you continue to keep your hands there, as your body is calling forth for you to do or read things, you will then put things back in place. What's really fascinating about this work is we do it in present time. You may get many ahas as we just go through the beginning process. And a lot can occur. But I can assure you where the real shift occurs, that is the permanent shift for you, is when we go back in time. We call it age recession. It isn't age regression. It isn't hypnotherapy. It's just what we say, going back in time, not where I say, but where you say. See, I use your body as the source. And when I say body, I mean your whole self. What I often say is, we wouldn't be in this conversation if your mind would have been able to think your way out of it. See, I work with the physical body. That's what does the responding, to give us answers. I also work with the mental body, and I say everything out loud so you know where we are in the process. I work with the emotional body. That's the feelings. That's the language of the body. That's how our physical body speaks to us, through our feelings. I work with the essential body. That's the eternal self. Some people might call it the soul or the essence of who you are. And then we even call it X factor for good measure. Anything that we haven't named specifically. So we have 4 specifics, and then this one, it just covers all the rest. So that I'm working with the whole self, supporting you in connecting to present time, and then assisting you to where your source, you, your whole self says, this is where the connective link occurred. And we do that process through speaking to your body, asking yes and no questions, asking what does the answer look like, and you will pick out specific readings or exercises to do to support you to change. I'm so glad for you, thrilled actually, that you have found this work, because this work has the ability to change your life just as it has changed mine. I look forward to seeing more of you. Thanks for coming today.